this season with all the kind of rotation that's happened with injuries and such on the back line?
It's just part of it. I wouldn't say it's difficult or anything like that. It's just how the season's played out a little bit. Moving guys here and there. For example, you take Flo when he plays, right? He comes on, plays 20 minutes, injury. Bring Parky's playing left back, the natural spot. So it is what it is. You just got to get on with it. More times than not, we've been okay, but of course there's areas where the fluidity needs to be a little bit better. The understanding could be better. So it is what it is.
What have you prepared for this week with this DC United team that's coming in on Sunday? What have you looked at as far as just your personal preparation?
Yeah, I mean, listen, they've got guys that are good on the ball. They're good around the box. You don't need to talk about Wayne Rooney's quality. You don't need to talk about Costa. Obviously, they scored 2 goals yesterday against Cincinnati. So, they've got the ability to get guys in and around the box, but then also when they're there to pull the trigger and get shots also. In that sense, we've got to be aware that we're not always going to look to link up, and we've got to try and get out to guys and put them under pressure.
I'm curious that when we were at the St. Louis game, because the windows are open in the press box, we can hear a lot more what's going on in the field. I heard you speaking Spanish. Not, I wouldn't say a lot, but you're yelling like solo. Like what is your vocabulary in Spanish when it comes to in-game instructions?
Yeah, I mean, I feel more than comfortable being able to communicate with guys when it comes to soccer terminology and having an understanding of without question, right? If the ball's on our left side and the ball gets crossed to the back post, I know Franco's going to be there, so I need to, as that ball is being crossed midair and I'm not coming for it, it's no longer an away shout, it's fuera, it's little things like that hopefully gives him an extra second to say, okay, I've got to clear this, I've got to deal with this cross. Just little things like that.
I forgot what I was going to ask.
Okay.
Good response there.
Josef trails Vela by 4 goals in the race for the gold boot, but it seems like everyone's already kind of handed the MVP to Vela. Is Josef being underrated this season?
It's a silly question. It doesn't matter. He's massive for us. He scores for us. Just crossed the halfway point. I'll leave that up to you guys. I don't think he's thinking about that. We're certainly not thinking about that. We're hoping he scores another brace or a hat trick on Sunday. And that's that. It's nothing more, nothing less. We know what he brings to our team, and we're hoping he just continues to score goals.
Is it a little bit boggling that he's already scored against every MLS team? It's just 2+ seasons.
No, not surprising. Obviously, his quality in the box, but you also look at the team around him. It doesn't surprise me at all.
Did you see Zlatan's comments on his status in the league?
Yeah, it is.
Is that? I mean, do you look at that as just like, oh, it's just Zlatan's kind of a weird guy, or do you find that as annoying as a player?
Certainly not annoying. I think obviously he carries a certain aura with his personality and what he brings to our league. Of course, his comments draw a lot of attention not only from within our country but around the world. And there's going to be people that argue that what he's saying has some validity to it. So. He's great in that sense that he's always got these one-liners that seem to make headlines.
The Federation announced establishment of the League's Cup, and then expanded the League's Cup before a game's even been played. Are these good or bad for Major League Soccer right now?
I don't know. I don't know. I think when I was in the league with Chivas, this is going way back, we had a similar competition, and I don't know how or why that ended. I don't know how this competition is going to be. You know, you talk about Champions League and, you know, MLS teams being in preseason and playing Mexican teams, you know, teams from Mexico, teams from Central America that are in the middle of their seasons or have already played X amount of competitive games against MLS teams that are only in preseason. So, you know, it's quote unquote, you know, it's fair, it is what it is. Now we're reversing it, you know, so now these teams are starting their preseason for their second half of their seasons or whatnot, and now we're in the middle of our season, and so remains to be seen. We'll see. That's how it's at.
Do you think that argument of, that's always been from the league standpoint, that like it's the timing issue, do you think that that's valid, or is it more of a Mexican teams who's been a level?
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely part of it. You know, the depth and the quality of players that you know they're able to attract. You know, that definitely plays a part. And from our standpoint, you know, the timing, certainly for Champions League at least, the timing isn't ideal. And you can argue, you know, if we had to play in this League Cup now, you know, you could look at our squad and say, well, there's a few injuries. Throw in a handful of more games in there. That's going to be quite difficult for them. I don't know the injury situation or the congestion of schedule for these other MLS teams that are going to be involved in it starting this year, but that's something to look into and to see. Okay, if we are going to be playing these extra competitive games in these types of tournaments, then how do we look to continue to improve our chances to be successful?
What do you think the goal of it is? Because Major League Soccer, you know, the Mexican teams can spend money, and MLS teams historically don't do well against the Mexican teams for a variety of reasons, including. How does this help?
Well, that's the question. That's the $1 million question. Somebody somewhere is probably making a few pennies off of these games. But I don't know. There weren't a whole lot of details going into it until like the last handful of days when they just started dropping announcement after announcement after announcement. So we'll see.
You are one of the players, though, who are participating in the discussions for the new CBA, correct? Are these some of the talking points? The Champions League and improving the ability to compete and things like that?
I mean, we're constantly looking to improve our quote-unquote working conditions, if you will, and wanting to be successful as teams, as a league. You know, as I mentioned, there weren't a whole lot of details. There aren't a whole lot of details regarding this, so we, you know, we'll see how these next couple of weeks go for some of these MLS teams and what kind of comes out of it.